Let's be for real. How you don't know? How you don't know? Because y'all got it. Y'all got an attraction. We grown. We touch. We grope. We kiss. You know what I mean?
I lived with my boyfriend and his parents for 3 months, and none of them knew that I was transgender. I'm going to tell you how she found out. So basically, here's a little background on me. I started transitioning when I was a teenager, and, I went through the whole glitz and glam. I met my boyfriend here in New York, and, he was staying in Buffalo, but he relocated to New York, homeless. I met him outside. We eventually ended up getting together, and he told me that he was going to move back in with his parents, and he would love for me to come with. So I went, and I didn't tell him, yo, I'm trans. He introduced me to his mom. He introduced me to his dad. I met a few of his siblings. And, I was even laying in the bed. There are times that I was showering and my mom would come in and nobody had a clue. So one day I asked to use someone's phone, and my phone was not working. So I logged into my Instagram. I have 2 Instagram accounts. I have one for people that I know and another for people that I don't. So I ended up forgetting to log out. And his mom went to use her phone after me. And the next day, when I woke up, I just found her acting really funny. She was acting really strange. She loved me, but then she started acting very standoffish, almost like you betrayed me. Like, you could see the look in her eye. So, I finally decide that I've had enough with the tension, and I want to ask her, what's really good? Like, what's happening? What's going on? What's beef? So she's like, you logged into my phone last night. Do you know what you left on there? I said, no, nothing. I should have logged out. And she said, I went to your page and I watched your videos. I said, what videos? She says, of your transition. You didn't tell us. So then she's like, you were around my kids. You were around my grandkids. You were around my nieces and nephews. Why didn't you tell me this? I said, ma'am, listen, you make it seem like I'm a threat to the public safety or something. I'm a regular girl, but I knew if I would have said something that I would be labeled otherwise and I would be dehumanized and treated funny. That's why I didn't say nothing. She said, well, you gotta get up and help clean up. You know what? If you're gonna be living here, you gotta help clean up. She started getting real snappy. So I'm like, I'm just gonna pack my things and go because I know that's the next thing you're gonna say. She's like, yeah, does my son know? I said, nah. She said, you know what? We're gonna keep it between us, but you gotta go. I said, okay. So what did I do? I packed myself and I left. I wasn't gonna play with her. Don't let them talk, they gon' talk anyway. Don't let them talk, they gon' talk anyway. Topic of discussion. This the light they want it. Topic of discussion. This the light they want it.
Your thoughts ain't my thoughts.
Welcome back to Conversations with me. I'm your host, KATRINA GIBBS. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend. Hit that PayPal, hit that Cash App to support the show. Also, another way you can support the show is by hitting that bell notification and, tuning in to everything that I drop, sharing it, etc., etc. All right, so this person, right? So this is... In this video, I'm going to talk about a couple of events that has happened in the past. Maybe you heard about them, no you haven't. But you seen the video in the beginning where there was a trans person saying that they were, they've been transitioning since they were a teen and that they basically got in a relationship with somebody and didn't tell them, right? That's just the gist of it, right? So... the mom caught on, however, and sometimes you be listening to these stories and you be like, man, you don't know what's going to take the internet up, what's a lie, what's what, right? So as a person is saying it, in my head, I'm like, I don't know, this story don't sound too real, right? But the reason I don't think it sounds real is because if I haven't told people, like, let's just say me, right? Like, if I'm with a dude and I haven't told them about my children, why would I go to use somebody else's phone, toggle between 2 accounts from people who know my children and people who don't know my children, And you know what I mean? Like, that's your, and maybe this person is young and they don't know, but you're skating. You kind of want to be found out. And then that's another thing. What if this person wanted to tell people, but just don't know how to tell people? And listen, I'm not a part of this community, so I wouldn't know how to tell you to tell people, right? But I am going to say, like, if you are going to present yourself as a woman, then you need to be confident in that. You know what I'm saying? Like, be confident in who you are. I'm not with nobody hiding themselves. I'm not with anybody wanting to be ashamed of themselves. You know, you need to show who you are, tell people who you are, be proud of who you are, and let the day go by as it's going to go by. As we see, because people would jump in the comments and say, oh, well, this isn't safe for all the other trans people and yada, yada, yada. And it's like, I've told you plenty of times, like, I don't think that they're harmed in a mass capacity as they say. Now, once again, I'm not from that community, but like I said, I feel like they are harmed in relationships. You know what I'm saying? Like, things happen to them in relationships just like, and it would happen to any other woman or man in a relationship. When you tick somebody off and, you know what I mean, they feel like they want to take you up top, do whatever to you. They will do whatever to you because you're close to them and y'all in a relationship. I don't think it'd be this, oh my God, I found out that you were trans and now it's time to jug you. No, I don't. That's me personally, right? So in the me knowing that, me saying that, I kind of know that it's not too many people out here that don't know what's going on, right? So yeah, you might have some kids out here who out here on the internet just chit-chatting, and but when we grown and we adults, we know what's going on, right? People might want to act like they hide and stuff, but it's not. People are very out in the open. Everything is like on Front Street right about now, right? So the few events that happened was, well, we have Tokyo Vanity. Tokyo Vanity was saying that if her brother was dealing with a trans girl and her brother didn't know, sort of like this situation, she would let her brother know, right? And I 100% felt that, but people was giving Tokyo backlash and saying like, oh, you jealous and blah, 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 all that other extra. But the way Tokyo was looking at it is like, this is my bro. This is my family. I'm going to let him know that that's a dude. That's a dude. I'm not about to sit up here and hide that. Like, do you know that that's a dude? And if you're attracted to him, all right, let me know. That's not no big conversation where it's about to, oh, boom, 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 blow up and be out of, you know what I mean, the whole town about to know. Especially if you know, like, you and your sister are close like that. You know what I mean? Because on the real, let's keep it real with family. Some people will let you go out like that. Like, man, I ain't about to tell him that's that person a dude because I don't even fuck with my brother like that. Some people will let you go out like that. So, like, if I'm close with my brother, I'm going to inform my brother. If I'm close with a guy friend, I'm going to inform him. You get what I'm saying? But at the same time, let's be for real. How you don't know? How you don't know? Because y'all got it. Y'all got an attraction. We grown. We touch. We grope. We kiss. You know what I mean? And this person said they've been transitioning since a teen. So that brings me up to another event where Chance the Rapper gets caught checking out trans porn. And excuse me, my throat is a little itchy scratchy because I'm coming down with a cold. But that's why I keep and he gets caught with the liking trans porn on Twitter, and then the internet say, oh my God, he like trans porn, blah, 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 right? And so then his strong face wife come out and say, oh, it was just a wild night, we was up late, it happens, right? And in my head I said, how we know that this is just me? Once again, I'm not saying that this is what's true or not. It's just me and my thoughts. I've always felt like Chance the Rapper's wife had a very, very strong jawline, a very, very strong face. And then in my head, I said, have we ever seen her pregnant? Now, they have children together, but have we seen her pregnant? And so then I go and I look, right? I don't see any proof of her being pregnant. And some people say, well, she has pictures where her belly is showing. Well, Beyonce did too, but then Beyonce sat down in that interview and her belly folded. So I'm really not convinced by a person who got on a shirt and a belly that looked like they pregnant. I'm not convinced. And how we know Chance the Rapper's girl wasn't transitioning since a teen. Now that's just me and my thoughts. Now I don't really know what's what, but that's just me and my thoughts, right? So then the other event that took place when it comes to trans and yada 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 is this Hennessy character down in Miami, right? So they're like some group of gang members, I guess. She laid up with them, and they then came out and exposed them, right? And somebody in the comments said, if you're such a woman and you saying you're all woman and you don't want anybody to attack you or see you as other than, why are you exposing these dudes for laying up with you? And if you feel the need to expose these dudes, then deep down inside, you still feel like a nigga. That's what they wrote. That's not me, but that's what they wrote. And that made perfect sense. That made perfect sense to me when they said that, because what are you exposing them for? If you're a woman having sex with men. And okay, then that's just the way of the world. And then here I go. So the person sent it to me. I'm like, yeah, this don't sound right to me, because first of all, in the stills, and these are just stories that's been happening, but this one just came across, and this is how it all came together. But in the still Twitter pictures that they had of Hennessy laying up with folks, this man had on a big ass polo sock, man. Come on. You not that big ass polo sock, man. That his foot was like this long. No. And then I said, knowing that community, not knowing anybody from that community directly, but watching documentaries, hearing them speak, because they're human. I like a good story and shit, triumph and all that, right? So hearing some of them speak, and just knowing the lifestyle, and LGBT, a lot of them live a very fabulous lifestyle. Let's keep it real. You know what I mean? They in the industry tough. They makeup artists, stylists, all kinds of shit. They in the industry tough. So a lot of them get to live a fabulous lifestyle, right? And I told the person that it's not too many people who get that surgery and still be just letting any old dust bucket ass nigga hit it. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. Like, because they have the money to actually get the surgery to transition. So why would I just let any old random gang member dude up the street? No, that don't go together, right? That just same thing with the biological woman. With the biological woman, she doesn't get her body done, get her boobs done, get the BBL to just deal with Ronnie at Subway. See what I'm saying? You see how that makes sense? Like, so them gang member dudes, I feel like, hey, they said push it to the side and let me go. I felt like it was right there while they was laying up with each other. They didn't, you know what I mean? And like I said, I know I've just seen a lot of people have been exposed this way. A lot of people just say, hey, I am open in this lifestyle. And that's why I'd be like, so the person was saying like, oh, did, that the mom started acting funny towards me and yada, yada, yada. And I didn't know. And does my son know? And it's like, have y'all laid up even though y'all homeless? So where are you in a relationship? Like, what, y'all just talk to each other? Said they done got in the shower and did everything around them, right? And they still didn't know. So it's like, why are you so scared to tell people? And I know, first of all, you said you met him on the street. What the fuck is there to lose? There's nothing to lose. You tell the homeless person that you're trans, and then you let them go about it. Because other people in the comments were saying stuff like, oh, this should be against the law. This should be a crime. And you should tell people that you need, it's like identification. Like, tell somebody that you was transitioning so they can be aware. And I'm telling you, the way our genitals work, when we get hot and ready and ooh, it's sexy, some none of that shit matters sometimes. So for this person not to know, I'm going to assume that they never even touched each other, right? So if they never even touched each other, was it a relationship? Maybe y'all just came up together and got up off the street. Maybe he thought you was a pretty girl and wanted to say, hey, man, I don't want to leave this pretty girl out here because she going to remember me and this is going to be my girlfriend. You know, some niggas can't even, you know, they act playerish, but they ain't really players like that, you know? If you made it this far, what emoji can we drop a train emoji in the comment section if you made it this far, right? Just because, like, just think about all the events that's happened. Like, y'all, this is not a hidden community. This is not a community that I feel like is hated. It's just like it's being forced on a lot of people, and people are kind of like, all right, we get it. We understand. Nobody is against it. I've never seen anybody bash anybody. You get what I'm saying? For being a certain way. People be smoking, drinking, and that's what I'm saying, especially in our community. If it was such a big faux pas, then how do we get the likes of a Santana? Doing well. Bobby Lights, Roland Ray, got shows. You know what I mean? They're not in the background. They're not the stylists anymore. They're not just the makeup artists anymore. They're out here in the front. If it was just such this big thing that we hate, then it would look a little different. It wouldn't be all over entertainment for us. But like I said, if you made it this far, drop a train in the comment section. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend. Hit that PayPal, hit that Cash App. If you support the content, hit that bell notification so you'll be informed about every video that I drop. Also, hit that PayPal, hit that Cash App if I didn't say it. Conversations with me.